Okay, here's inside of Castleman. You can see down there, it would really be better to go ahead and take that sheet down and put on a new blind that does not move and is retained at the bottom so that the next person doesn't think that that looks strange. That's one thing that we need to do. We're starting to get a backlog of mail, and I saw a package out front, possibly for the last occupant. So I think I'm going to leave it out there and let the previous owner know to go ahead and notify them that there's something outside, but otherwise it's not my responsibility. You can see the place was left in decent shape. Some of the blinds are worse for wear. That is typical. But you'll also see it's just been left in a dirty disarray. Otherwise, they've pretty well gotten most things out. You can see there's just little pillow feathers everywhere. Probably a burst pillow. I'll need to look into it. But here's where I was referencing cat scratches on one of these couches. I guess it's not a love seat. It's just a single, but it's a large one at that. But you can see cat scratches. I don't know if we're there before these tenants moved in. So that's another thing I'm going to reference with the previous owner in regards of this occupant. Very well designed. It's going to be right down somebody's alley, hopefully moving right into St. Louis. I've got the Wi-Fi routers that are going to go back to Spectrum. You can see it's probably going to take a whole load in addition to the cleaning just to get all of these linens back in place. We still don't have power in here, unfortunately, at the moment. There you have it, scheduled today between 8 and 12 or 8 and 10, I think. So watching for that. I can see where our competition used to be running this as an Airbnb. So unfortunate that the building has since had restrictive language put in regards of that. You can see we've got some other things in our cleaning closet. Need organization, reprioritization. We've got linens in here. Those are probably the clean ones, but I imagine they'll have to get cleaned just like all the rest that aren't. Seems like before we get an occupancy permit, we need to get all of the smoke detectors back in order. The only other thing I found broken furnishings wise, I can see that's not focusing for some reason. There we go. Is this. You can kind of see it's a little wonky here. One of those pins broke. So I don't know if we replace those, but one of them is broken. Otherwise, just like everywhere else, it just needs to get cleaned up really well. When I texted the girls, again here with all of the dust and stuff, needs to get cleaned up. When we emailed the previous occupants, they mentioned a couple of things, one of which is they assumed there was a cleaning cost to their stay. I don't know if that was a part of the agreement that the previous owner made with them, but I'd like to retain some of their deposit for the purposes of cleaning this place, because for some reason these feathers and things are just all over the place. It's going to need a pretty significant deep clean. You can see fingernail fingerprints all over these nice cabinetry. So they just didn't clean their way out at all, besides their own personal belongings. So I'll be back later today to make for sure that the power got turned back on. I'm going to go return these Wi-Fi routers and modems, and hopefully get some better pictures for you and an answer on what it's going to take to get this back in order by the end of the month, in hopes that we can get it listed as a furnished unit. Let me know if you need to see anything else or if you have any questions.